lipotoxicity, it's popular. It was popularized by Dr. Nadir Ali. I had watched some videos on it a few years ago, but it wasn't until my husband began experiencing it. And even then, we didn't even realize what was going on until I talked to Dr. Ali. Lipotoxicity is when you've reached your personal fat threshold and your fat cells can no longer store any more fat inside of them. They are inflamed. And at that point, regardless of the dietary philosophy that you're trying to eat, you will have a hard time losing weight. Your biomarkers will begin to decline. Your metabolic health will begin to decline. And you will start depositing fat, visceral fat, in your body cavity. It's a unique phenomenon. It does not happen to everybody. Most people, when they go to an ultra low carb diet, are seeing health improvements and weight loss. Visceral fat tends to go down. But for my husband, it was not. He and I started carnivore right around the same time. And after 18 months, I'd lost almost 50 pounds. And he had lost nothing, at times gaining. And his blood pressure was going up. His triglycerides, fasting insulin, fasting glucose were going up. His HSCRP was through the roof. His HDL was super low, vitamin D super low, and he had 9 pounds of visceral fat, eating no carbs.
Wow.
It was wild. We had no idea what was going on. So yeah, we ended up doing water fasting and exercise for him. And then we did a little experiment, with blood work and DEXA scans, the N of 1 experiments that I'm known for. I presented all of the data at the Collaborative Science Conference in Vegas in February of this year. And Dr. Ali was in attendance, and he came up to me afterwards and said, "I think your husband is experiencing lipotoxicity." And that's when everything clicked for me. I'm like, oh, wait, that makes sense. So then I interviewed him, Craig Emmerich, and then kind of boiled everything down into a lipotoxicity, 101 video for people, so that if they are experiencing similar symptoms, they will be able to figure out exactly what to do. It's not a hard fix, but if you don't know what the problem is and you keep throwing a high-fat carnivore diet at it, that's not going to solve it. So yeah, a very interesting journey and rabbit hole that my husband and I have been going down for the past year.
Yeah. So I had my genetics done, and like I said, I've always loved animal protein. I always love the gristle. I mean, you give me a ribeye, every bit of fat is eaten, especially if it's nice and burnt, which I know is not good for me, but it's so good. But I never liked putting oils on my foods and a lot of high fat anything. So when keto came around, I tended to be more high protein, not so, and it was still low carb, but not such high fat. So I was listening to my body intuitively, and then learn more about the fact that my body genetically can't handle a lot of fat. And I do better on a higher protein, low carb diet. And I actually do better if I increase my carbs more than my fat. So that's just individual, where within my family of 5, I would say 3 of us are like that. And 2 of us need to be more low carb and higher fat. And protein is the stable. We want to prioritize protein. But one thing that we've been introduced to in the last 5 years is this great spike protein from the pandemic that has hit our livers, and our fat metabolism and protein metabolism happen in the liver. So people will find that they're doing the keto or high fat carnivore diet lately and going, I'm not getting the results that I'm used to get or I want to get, and my insulin resistance is going up and I'm still not eating